Hi everyone, this is the STAAR Algebra 1 End of Course Release Exam for 26 through 30. And this is number 26. I forgot to write that down. This is 26. And it talks about an average blue whale. And you can read it, but he grows at a constant rate. So every day he grows at a constant rate. And here's your equation. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, what I find interesting about this equation is they keep writing the average blue whale, and it just makes the word problem longer. All you need to know is what? The whale. So I can take out, it's supposed to be just whale. I can take out average blue whale and make things a lot, this should be whale. I could take out average blue and make this whole thing shorter. And it'd be a lot easier to read, because basically when you read this, you want to see what's not true. When I first read this, the first answer I wanted to pick was F, because I knew that was true, and I didn't read all the way down here. So I don't know if they put in all this extra stuff just to make sure you read through the problem, but the average blue whale does weigh 3 tons at birth, because his weight at the time of birth would be, there would be 0 days. So when you multiply this out, you get your weight is at 3 tons. All right. Now for G, I plugged in 1 for day 1. Well, 5 days, I mean. So the weight equals 0.1 times 5 plus 3. And when you do that, you get 3.5. So that's not true. So G is actually your answer. This is not true. The whale gains 0.1 ton per day. That's true. That's based on this. And if you plug in 150, you do get 18. So just be careful on some of these problems. They put all these extra words in, but make sure they didn't even capitalize not. I did. Okay, on these tests, take your time. Next one. All right, so this one I'm going to have to write down. Here are the two quadratic functions. We have g of x equals 5x squared plus 12, or minus 12, sorry. And then we have k of x equals 5x squared plus c. So, and they want this to be 9 units. So basically, if I draw this graph, and I'm going to say this is negative 12 right down here. This is 0, negative 12. Or you could actually graph it on your calculator. It's kind of narrow because of the 5, so I'm going to just make it narrow. And if I want to go up 9 from here, then you would be, and this is not drawn to scale, but if I want to go up 9 from negative 12, I'm going to be at negative 3. So this point here would be 0, negative 3. And I would just draw it narrow. So I'm just shifting it up by 9. So all you have to do is add 9 to this to get your C. So negative 12 plus 9 equals negative 3. And you're supposed to bubble that in. All right. Number 28. It says a customer pays annual fee of $85 at a car wash. Each time he takes the car, he only pays $7. So here's your equation. What does X represent? Well, that represents the number of times he takes it to a car wash. So, for example, if he takes it to the car wash 5 times, that would be 7 times 5 plus 85. If he takes it during the year 10 times, that would be 7 times 10 plus 85. So that's just the number of times he takes it to the car wash in 1 year, which is the answer is H. All right, 29. The owner of a store buys large candy boxes. So the large box contains 24, and he divides this all up by 4 into small. So if he buys one box, that would have 24 divided by 4, so that goes to 6. And my graph's not that good. Again, you should have the copy. If he buys, you should have the copy of the test. If he buys 2 boxes, that would be 48 divided by 4, and that would go to 12. And if he buys 3 boxes, so 3 times 24 divided by 4. The way I'm going to do it, since I don't want to pick the calculator up, 4 goes into 24, 6, so that would go to 18. So if he buys 3, that goes to 18, which is about here. Very linear. If he buys 4, that would be 24, and so forth. So that's the way your graph would look. And then you just pick the one that matches that, and that would be A. Some of this is just using common sense. And on this one, I wouldn't even looked at the graphs. I would have just, on the side, drew my own graph, or used one of the graphs and plot the points, and I would have then matched it up. Okay, the last one is 30. And this is L equals 0.8 t squared. So the length is L. So this is just solving. So this is 30 equals 0.8 t squared. And you divide both sides by 0.8. Just put 0.8 in the calculator. And that gives you 37.5 equals t squared. And then you square root both sides, because you want t, not t squared. And when you do that, you get t equals 6.1237, which matches close to J. All right. The next video I'm going to do is 31 through 35. And y'all have a nice day. Bye.